What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Baltmatrix here, and today we are taking a look at something a little bit different. Last year, at the end of 2015, there was a Kickstarter for wooden Transformers figures, and you know me, I just couldn't resist. So I bought the whole set for. They are called Trans4Fun. So I've already opened one of them. I'm going to go ahead and show you the packaging here for the rest of them, well, at least one of them, and then we'll get into the review. Each figure is packaged in 100% recycled cardboard, and it's really easy to get into the box. Just lift the lid off like that and reach inside and pull the figure out. And each figure is secured by a rubber band. I'm not sure. It's an elastic band. So just lift up and they come right out. And so all recycled materials except for the elastic bands. That's awesome. I really do appreciate that. Now, each figure also comes with an instruction guide for all 5 of the robots, which I appreciate. And here are all 5 out of the box. Now, I've given them names. They're real dumb names. So we have Carbot, Jetbot, Truckbot, Busbot, and Shipbot. Carbot, being the smallest of the set, really does kind of remind me of Bumblebee, and you'll see why with the transformation. But he is a cool little wooden dude. Next up is Jetbot, and he does transform into what is supposed to be like kind of a stealth jet. He's a nifty dude, probably, or I should say, definitely the most angular. Truckbot is our prime of the series, and in all honesty, I think he's actually misassembled. I'll tell you why here in a little bit when we get into the transformation, but he definitely has the most personality. Busbot is a brick. I mean, he's a brick that's made of bricks, but I do like it, the brickiness factor of him. And finally, Shipbot is definitely the most interesting head sculpt wise because, well, I mean, he's got a freaking antenna on his head. Each one of these figures has very, very limited posability simply because of the nature of what they are. Each component is connected via elastic bands or elastic rubber bands, so I don't expect these to hold up for years, but hey, if they could survive just being played with by a 2 to 3 year old boy, I think I'll be okay. And that's the reason I got these. I thought these would be great little beginning Transformers for my son when he's old enough. He'll be old enough here maybe a year or so, so I'll put these guys away in storage and pull them out for him when he's a little older. Now, looking at Carbot here, he's pretty cool. I mean, given the fact that we're just working with wood blocks, this is a really nifty little figure, and there is actual personality, and there is posability, which is more than I can say for Rescue Bots. And according to the directions, I had Carbot slightly mistransformed out of the box, because, well, I didn't have this folded all the way down. His transformation is, well, all of their transformations are easy. Turn the head around, flip up the rear of the car, come down to his legs and flip his legs around and turn his hands so they're pointing up, flip them up to the back of the vehicle like that, and just flip everything around, and we have this little hatchback. Cool little hatchback. Looks sort of like Classics Bumblebee, doesn't it? The original Classics Bumblebee. I dig it. Actually, no. Now that I think about it, it looks more like one of the cabs from London, one of the black cabs. Weird. Wheels are made of wood, and he rolls. They do roll, not very well, but they do roll. So, yeah, Carbot, definitely cool. Has a little bit of wiggliness here in the alt mode, but it's made of blocks and elastic rubber bands. What can you ask for? I think it's cool, though. Next up is Jetbot, and I did have him slightly mistransformed out of the box. The feet are supposed to fold forward to actually, give him toes. But otherwise, he's pretty cool. Very little in terms of posability. He is really back heavy, or really top heavy, I should say. But, oh well, not a big deal. Overall, definitely an interesting robot mode. Probably the most interesting of all of them. Transformation is pretty darn easy. Turn the head so that the flatter side, or the point, is pointing towards the sides. Take his feet and fold his feet out to the sides like that. Or point them up. The legs will flip up underneath the body, like so. And you can point his toes there, whichever way. The directions I actually don't say. Then take his arms and fold them so that they become wings. And here we go. It looks very much like a stealth B-2 bomber. Actually, it looks very much like a Minicon from Transformers Armada, the one that turns into the kind of spinning throwing star. But it's still cool, it's still awesome, and well, what else can I say? This is actually pretty rad. Next up, we have Truckbot. Like I said, very much like Prime, and I love the fact on this bot, he's got these little drill holes that really remind me of GoBots. Now, if you've ever watched GoBots, they form their fists and they're able to shoot lasers out of their fists. He could shoot missiles. Okay, now, the thing I was talking about with the slight misassembly of this guy has to do with his head, because his head can fold all the way forward like that, but it can't fold all the way up, which you want him to do because that's part of the transformation. So, to transform him, turn the head around and fold it up along his back, like that. But there's not enough length there to do it all the way, so you want to kind of fold it up. Well, you can't. It's supposed to be like up like that. So what you have to do then with the arms is then fold them up and just get them underneath this little piece of wood right here. So fold them up and sandwich them together, and then take the legs and just flip them straight up over, and these little bits on the side fold forward to form fenders. So just flip those forward and turn it around and flip it over. And we have our little Optimus Prime truck. Now this is the part I was telling you about. Because of the way the head's supposed to sit just like that. Well, it doesn't. It kind of sits off to the side or to the back like that. So not a huge deal. It's actually something you could fix because the screw is right there. So I could just unscrew this and then pull it out, turn this around, and then put it back together. I might not. I don't know. But hey, here's our little Optimus Prime truck. It works really well. Wheels do roll, though not very well. Not nearly as well as Carbot, but it works. And I love the fact that the wheels can collapse, but they snap right back to place. Next up is BusBot, who is the most fiddly of all the figures. I don't know why. He's a brick. He's a fiddly little brick. I like him. He's just kind of chunky and very, very brickish. Reminds me of something from Super Sentai, but he's kind of cool. I kind of dig it. Transformation is actually the hardest bit of transformation for the entire thing. And I just realized something. I'm sorry. I looked at the directions. Shoulders are supposed to be folded out like that, and this section is supposed to be folded down. Oh, yeah. I actually have a couple of directions. One set of directions is different from the other. So I'm just taking a look at the one set that actually works or seems to be right. So this is the way he's supposed to look. Still, I like the other way. It was really, really chunky and kind of cool looking. BusBot's transformation is the most complicated of all of the figures. To start off with, we're going to take the face and fold it down into his chest or onto his chest. Take the backpack, fold it out, flip it around so that the curve of the little sections are pointing towards the wheels, and flip it out and around to form the front of the bus. Come to the shoulders and fold them up, then fold the arm to the back of the figure, and then fix any bits of the shoulders, and then mirror that on the other arm and fold that up. And then reach to the legs, turn the legs 180 degrees, and then fold them up to form the rear of the bus. And there we go. That's it. That is BusBot's transformation. The bus we end up with is not great, but it's not bad either. It is definitely a bus, and it's even got lights molded into the back of the bus. It doesn't hold together all that well because I think the bands on the legs are loose, and the bands don't quite line up here on the shoulders either, but it's not bad. It's definitely the weakest alt mode of all of them, but hey, it's made out of wood, and it's a transformer, so I can't complain too much. Last up is ShipBot, who is definitely cool. I love the way he looks. He's just chunky and big and slightly mistransformed due to my manhandling. But overall, he's just a nifty, nifty robot and fun. I love the head sculpt as well. Just very, very blocky. Very, very awesome. Transformation is pretty simple. To start off with, we are going to fold his feet down and around so that we get them pointed down like that. The head will fold up to the back of the figure and then turn and sit on the side of the shoulder. Then the arms will fold up and flip over to where the head was, like so. Actually a little harder to do than you might think. And then the sections that were the wings on the back will just simply fold straight down. And we end up with a giant aircraft carrier. Honestly, besides the jet, this is my favorite. I just find the fact that he turns into an aircraft carrier absolutely hysterical. And it works so well. It's really cool. It is really, really cool. And I keep saying that. All these guys are cool. But I think this one's my favorite next to the jet by far. Overall, these woodblock Transformers are so much fun, and I can't wait till my son's old enough so that he can play with them. They're great starter Transformers. Way better than anything robot or Transformers Rescue Bots has generated, as they actually do transform fully. Overall, this set is great. It is totally worth picking up, especially if you've got a young Transformers fan in the house. So gang, I hope you have enjoyed this video review. As always, I'm Baltmatrix. Ask you to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you next time.